Sports coverage in the Panhandle spirit with Kel Steve.
Good evening, sports fans. The West Texas A&M men and women's basketball teams trying to get back on track tonight, hosting a big doubleheader versus Cameron. Both WT squads have dropped their last two games, moving them 2 games off the pace in the LSC. Let's start with the men. Now, they're 1 game back of Cameron coming into this game. First half, Buffs moving the ball around very well. Tez Dumar's wide open 3-ball. That goes. WT up by 3. Later, Dumar's keeping the hot hand right in front of our cameras. I want to thank Kendall Lee Bates tonight for the great video. Look at her all over this one. Dumar's getting WT up by 6. Then Buffs adding on. Lionel Foster going to find Chubby Henderson with the 3. Now, Buffs played well in the first half, but second half down the stretch, they would fold and lose their 3rd straight. Your final, Cameron did win 68-64. The Lady Buffs with the same scenario right behind Cameron in the standings. First half, nice passing. Joni Unruh, quick look here to Ashley Levin. Great play there off the glass and in. WT up by 4. Later, Kenesha Harris with the steal. She goes coast to coast. She had a game-high 23. Lady Buffs up 7 at the break, but just like the men's second half, they were outscored by 11. They lose their 3rd straight. Let's go to your scoreboard, please. As you see, they fall to 6-3 in the LSC. Bad loss for them. A couple more scores to tell you about the Eastern New Mexico women. The Z has fallen overtime, but look at that. The men knock off Midwestern, the 11th ranked team in the country, 80-72. Let's go to the Big 12. Texas Tech at Texas A&M. Billy Gillespie's first trip back to Aggie land. Remember all the success he had there. First half, Tech down 11. Clovis native Jay Crockett strong inside, getting the and 1, cutting the A&M lead to just 8. But that's about as good as it would get for the Red Raiders. Aggies in transition. Elston Turner beating everyone down the floor. That's a 9-0 run for the Aggies. Tech looking a little lazy on defense. A little later, Dash Harris is going to jump the pass here by Ty Nurse. Tech had about 40 turnovers today. No, that is not an exaggeration. He has a 2-handed slam, and they slam the door on the Red Raiders. Your scoreboard, please. They're still winless in the Big 12 at 0-4. Baylor puts 106 up on Oklahoma State. PD native Michael Cobbins with 6 points for OSU. Missouri gets by Texas, and K-State shocked in Norman today. Let's go to some hockey. Bulls hosting Topeka, trying to get back in the win column. Look at that. The special guest, the men, the Green Men clones from the NHL, trying to razz the Rose Runners. First period, Topeka on the board first. Chris Bond, slap shot right by Greg Grohl. Look at the Green Men. They show what they think of that. not going to say what that is. Later, now you know these teams aren't very friendly. Omar Mullen must have asked out one of the Topeka's girlfriends, and then a fight starts. Yeah, look at this. They're brawling. That's like 2 game misconducts, 3 penalties, major for fighting. Look at the carnage left afterwards. Oh, my goodness. Must have fired the Bulls up, though. Puck gets cleared. Tyler Dresky coming off the bench just in the nick of time. Breakaway, backhand, beating Trebar. That ties the game at 1, but the Bulls for the 3rd straight game fall in a shootout tonight. 4-3. Some problems there for Dennis Williams and his crew. To the NFL. Divisional round. Saints, Niners. This one had a crazy ending. Late 4th. Saints marching down 5. Breeze over the middle to Jimmy Graham, who somehow comes down with this in traffic. And 66 yards later, that's a touchdown. Niners down 33-29. Saints in business. 14 seconds left, looking like the Niners of old. No, it's not Steve Young and Terrell Owens. It's Alex Smith to Vernon Davis across the middle. Touchdown, and look out, Niner fans. You are going to the NFC title. Scoreboard, please. Look at this. Can you believe it? San Francisco knocks off New Orleans. Not a lot of people thought they would. New England burying the Tebow magic right now. Tom Brady has 6 TD passes, tying an playoff all-time record. Now, a couple of more divisional games tomorrow, including the Houston Texans, who are coming off the franchise's first playoff win last weekend against the Bengals. Road gets a little tougher in the form of AFC's 2 seed, the Baltimore Ravens. Baltimore, they got the better of the Texans back in Week 6, 29-14. Texan players relish another chance.
You know, we have a great opportunity as a team, and you know, it's a big platform. You know, everybody's watching, and you get a chance to go out and show what type of team you are, and you get to show people what type of player you are. So,
you know, going into the game, you got to watch as much film as possible, learn from what, you know, Matt did the last time we played up there, and just try to get as ready as possible for him.
Here we go. The Texans game will kick off at noon. Glad to see myself back on TV here. In the NFL divisional round, they'll play at noon tomorrow. Upstart New York Giants, they'll play afterwards. They got on the frozen tundra of Lambeau Field against the Green Bay Packers. In Big 12 women's hoops, the Texas Tech Lady Raiders lose their second straight, falling at home to K-State 62-61. In high school, Clovis boys beat Cleveland 72-51. And the PGA Sony Open, Jeff Maggard is your leader through 3 rounds. Amarillo native Johnson Wagner only 2 shots back at 10 under. What happened to Tebow?
Oh, I guess that magic was gone.
What am I going to do without any Tebow?
What is the nation going to do without some Tim Tebow?
I'm so disappointed.
Oh, me too.
Distraught.
I'm going to
I need weather. I need weather.
Right. We need Shelly. That's what we need. And she's in next with Home Flash Tech Review Forecast.
No more Tebow.
Oh, I'm sad.